Hey dude, are you ready to go to the store? It's already after 6. Dude. Dude. Dude! What? I was finishing things up. But it's 6 o'clock. We're going to the store. Corn dogs? I want to finish this first. It's 6. You said we'd get corn dogs after work. Work's done, dude. Priorities. But I'm not done, and I really want to finish this. Fine. I'll go by myself. But while I'm gone, think about what kind of best friend makes his best friend go get corn dogs all by himself. Transitions, meaning the switches from one task to another, or shifts of what you're talking about in a conversation. Those are often tough for autistic brains. But why? And what can we do about it? That's what we're talking about today. Reason number 1, different cues for transitions.
It's 12 o'clock, time for lunch.
But I'm not hungry yet.
Hey, it's 2 o'clock, time to wrap up.
But I haven't finished yet. If you've ever been deep in something and someone tells you to stop, you know the struggle. It's not just inconvenient, it can feel physically impossible. Like trying to stop a moving train that's already chugging along and built momentum, or pausing a movie right in the middle of the best scene and taking a break from watching. Or leaving a corn dog half eaten.
You're killing me, Smalls!
A lot of people move between tasks based on time. But for autistic people, transitions often happen when the task itself feels complete. If it's not done, it's not time to stop. That's partly because of our autistic inertia and time blindness. You start something, get into the zone, and suddenly it's 5 hours later. But are you done? Because seeing something through to completion is immensely satisfying for anyone, but especially to autistic people. We got to the logical stopping point in our brains, and now it's done. We don't need to think about that anymore, or at least not for now. Our brains can stop focusing on that one thing, and now we are ready to shift. And why shift if you're already locked in? Switching gears at that stage feels like closing 30 open tabs in your brain without saving. Also, a lot of us struggle with the issue of worrying about forgetting. Stop working, dude. I'll forget if I stop. Come on, dude, take a break. I'll forget if I stop. Stop working, dude. Fine, I'll stop. Hey, what were you just working on again? Our brains are often overloaded and overwhelmed. Like passwords, forget them all the time. I've also forgotten how to do particular tasks if I've taken a break from them for too long. So if I leave something unfinished, it might as well disappear into the void. Out of sight, out of mind, but not in a fun way. What's wrong, dude? I can't remember my password. Try typing corn dog. This is ridiculous. I can't remember anything anymore. I know what you mean, dude. I left half of my corn dog in the glove compartment when I was rushed for an appointment. And now the car smells like an old shoe. So what helps? Setting intentional stopping points before starting. Breaking things into smaller chunks. Planning where your break points will be based on what else is going on. Like in your day, instead of, I'll stop when I feel like. Try, I'll stop after this chapter or this email. It gives your brain an exit ramp. And quick note, we've got a free downloadable list of these and more ideas that can help make transitions easier for autistic brains. Check for the link down in the description. Reason number 2, task switching is extra difficult. Ever been interrupted and can't for the life of you just pick up where you left off? That's because our brains don't like bouncing between tasks. Many autistic people can relate to the theory of monotropism. Basically, many of us have a monotropic focus, so we deep dive into one thing at a time. We don't like splitting attention. Even when it's splitting attention between a conversation and also trying to remember the ingredients to add to dinner while you're making it, monitoring the food, and then having a blaring TV on in the background. Sometimes we can juggle it all. But when we are really zoned in on something that requires a lot of brain power, or when we're really exhausted, or when we're feeling a little bit shy, not so easy. Non-autistic people tend to be more polytropic and might juggle multiple things easily. They don't even realize they're juggling so much until you put them in a spot with nothing to do and no input. A lot of the time, they're uncomfortable, fast, because they're really used to doing a lot all of the time. But for us, if you interrupt us mid-task, might as well be saying, enjoy your episode of diarrhea. Switching tasks or the focus of our attention, even the topic of conversation, takes energy. And if you have watched other videos here, you know, the autistic battery has a limited capacity. Having an autistic brain often means starting with lower energy every single day for many reasons, like sleep issues, sensory overload, and the general stress of existing in a fast-paced world not designed for us. So switching tasks isn't just about effort, it's about whether there's anything left to give. And how many corn dogs you've eaten. So what helps? Give yourself transition time. If switching feels impossible, build in a buffer. Whether that's pacing, listening to music, or just sitting for a few minutes while your brain gets mentally ready. That time is you mentally gearing up for the next thing, and it's okay to need it. Reason number 3, interruptions break our flow. If I have a plan in my head and something messes with it, I now have to mentally restructure my entire day. It's a whole process. It throws things off and suddenly it doesn't feel right. That's linked to our restrictive thinking, which in my experience often is connected to being jarred when something changes suddenly. Hey dude, I just found out our meeting's been postponed till tomorrow morning. Worst day ever. Hey dude, we're out of cinnamon rolls. Worst day ever. So if I think we're doing something and that's that, then if you add something into the middle or at the end, it's a restructuring of the whole flow of my day. Now I have to rethink, which jars my autistic brain and possibly my autistic inertia on whatever I was doing before. And then I need to go back to what I was doing or move to what you were saying. None of which feels good. You might think it's a minor change, but it's not to me. Doesn't mean I can't do it, but do it multiple times throughout the day and you'll find me in the bathroom doing the diarrhea again. So what helps? Jot quick notes when your flow gets broken. Then you won't stress about the thought that's quickly disappearing due to the interruption. Setting up focus boundaries, like letting people know when you're in deep focus mode, can also prevent unnecessary disruptions. It can be a visual cue, like a closed door or a sticky note that says, "Not yet." So if transitions feel way harder than you think they should, it's not a personal failing and it's not just you. It's how autistic brains work. We process focus differently. So shifting gears takes a lot of effort, but knowing why is the first step to understanding. And for more on unique autistic thinking, watch this video next. Fast-paced world not designed for us. Shh. Nadine, I'm working. Stunko, Nadina, Stunko body. Hi, pretty girl. You just like hanging out. Okay, that one's done.